In the debate over annihilationism versus eternal conscious torment, both sides recognize that the biblical language of destruction does sound more like annihilation than eternal torment. This language can be seen in many verses, a lot more verses than most people realize. All this talk of the unsaved perishing, vanishing away, being destroyed, and ending in destruction sounds a lot more like annihilation than it sounds like eternal torment. But the debate is just getting started. Behind these English words, there are Greek words. And here are 5 Greek words that are behind the English words that were on the last slide. Apollo and apolleia are 2 Greek words that are closely related. One's a noun and one's a verb, like destroy and destruction. Then you have alethros, thora, and aphanizo. Of these, the most important is apollomy because it is the one that is used the most often. Now, it seems like these verses are teaching annihilation, but those who believe in eternal conscious torment will argue something like this. They will argue that apollomy does not mean to destroy in the sense of annihilation. Rather, it means to ruin something. Here is an example. And no one puts new wine into old wineskins. Otherwise, the skins burst, the wine spills out, and the skins are ruined. But those who believe in conditional immortality, which is another name for annihilationism, respond, yes, when referring to inanimate objects, apollomy can mean to ruin. But when referring to what one person does to another person, it consistently refers to ending their lives, to killing or slaughtering them. For Herod is about to search for the child to destroy him. And Herod didn't want to merely ruin the baby Jesus in some way and make him have a bad day or a bad life. Herod wanted to kill the baby Jesus. And we know this because tragically he slaughtered many babies while looking unsuccessfully for Jesus. And then the Pharisees plotted how they might destroy apollomy Jesus. They didn't want to merely ruin his reputation or ruin his day. They wanted to kill him. And we know this because their plot ended in him dying. Well, that wasn't the complete end because then he rose again. But him rising again was not part of their plot. They wanted to kill him. And then Jesus told a parable where a king slaughters people in a city, and the word he uses is apollomy, and the crowds ask to have Jesus executed, and the word is apollomy. Also, let's think about that wineskin bursting open. If the wineskin bursts open and the wine spills out, well, the wineskin hasn't been killed. That's because it's an inanimate object. It was never alive to begin with. But if something similar happened to a person, if they got stabbed in the gut and what was in them started to come out, then they would die. They would perish. So it seems that when referring to people, apollomy refers to the end of life. Now, the person defending eternal conscious torment might say, okay, but those are examples of what happens to people's bodies. I'm concerned about what will happen to their souls in hell. And the person arguing for conditional immortality might respond, since the unsaved will be resurrected in physical bodies to face judgment, we need to look at what will happen to both their bodies and souls in hell. Jesus tells us, don't fear those who kill the body but are not able to kill the soul. Rather fear him who is able to destroy, there's that word again, apollomy, both soul and body in hell. So people can only kill your body, but in hell, God will kill your body and soul. The person arguing for conditional immortality might continue like this. There's more. We know that these 4 or 5, if you count apolumi and apeleia as separate words, which technically they are, we know that these Greek words are among the best words in the Greek language to refer to the complete annihilation of people after death. We know this because Greek authors actually used those words to refer to what we in English call annihilation. I'll show you quickly, but you'll have to pause the video if you want to read the quotes and references. So, Athenagoras wrote about the possibility of annihilation. He didn't agree with it, but he used words to refer to annihilation. Obviously, he didn't use the word annihilation because he wasn't speaking English. The Greek words he used included apolumi and aphanizo. And then, and he was a church father writing about 100 years after the New Testament. Josephus wrote about annihilation, and he used the Greek word aphanizo. This is a word that the Apostle Paul used when warning people who scoffed at the gospel instead of believing it, what would happen to them. He said they would aphanizo, which is the same word Josephus used to refer to annihilation. And then we also have Plutarch. Plutarch also wrote about annihilation, and he used 2 Greek words which are used in the New Testament to refer to the final fate of the unrighteous. He used the words apolumi and phthora. I'm sorry, that word is hard to say for an English speaker. We normally don't put an F and a TH sound all together. And then finally, Plato. Plato spoke about the possibility of annihilation a lot. He did not believe in annihilation, but he wrote about the possibility of it, and he used these Greek words also. He used the words apolumi and alethros and phthora. So, these Greek words that are used in the New Testament to describe the final fate of the unrighteous and are typically translated into English as destroy, destruction, perish, and vanish away, are among the best words in the Greek language to refer to the complete annihilation of people after death. They didn't have the word annihilation because they didn't speak English. They did speak about the possibility of annihilation, and these are the words they used. Conclusion. The language of destruction and perishing in the New Testament to describe the final fate of the unrighteous strongly supports annihilationism.